What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Yes, I'm back. Man. I thought I was out of there. I ain't gonna even hold y'all, man. I thought I was out of there. I'm still sore and a little tender. But I'm recouping very well, man. Thanks for everybody that reached out to me who had concern, showed they love and care for me, man. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all. Those of y'all who have me in their prayers, man, God bless each and every last one of y'all. Even to the haters who was hating just before this even happened, I definitely got to address some things and talk about some things, and I'm definitely going to do that. But let me just tell y'all what actually happened, man. So y'all know I take care of my aunt. And I've been taking care of her for a minute now. She came to move in with me in my house. For the most part, people didn't want to be bothered to deal with her. She a handful. She a lot to deal with. But I can handle it because I'm very strong in spirit. I got thick skin, and believing in Jesus Christ, a lot of things that said that she could do that could offend others or why they can't really tolerate her so much, it don't really bother me because I understand it. I understand. But she a big woman. She like 300 pounds. And she can't walk. So basically, like, the left side of her body is paralyzed. Now, I was asleep in the late hours. It was somewhere around like 2 o'clock in the morning. So she had to use the bathroom. So instead of her, she didn't want to wake me. So she figured she'd just go on her own. Sometimes she can do it. Sometimes she can't. But, you know, she got this electronic bed that could raise her on her feet. And all she got to do is just slide over. And she basically right there where the pot at. I usually assist her in doing that. But again, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm asleep. So I woke up out of my sleep by her calling me. Like, Maliki. I get up. And when I get up, I come in there. She's sitting down on the floor. So I already know she had slipped and fell, but she's sitting down. I'm like, how did you get on the floor? Excuse me. So she replies, I ain't want to wake you, so I had to use the bathroom. So I slipped and fell on my butt. I said, okay. So I go to my room and I go strap on my back brace. You know, a lot of people be saying, when you doing this type of field of work, you got to protect your back. Protect your back. Protect your back. So I hear this all the time. So I go put on my back brace. So I go down to pick her up. Soon I go down to pick her up and I lift her. You got to keep in mind, the danger part about lifting her is she resists when you lifting her. You got to keep in mind, she have dead weight. It's dead weight. So it's actually heavier than she actually is. For instance, you know, if you wanted somebody to pick you up, you can manipulate your weight to the point where you make it easier for them to lift you. Well, her situation is different because she's not mobile. and her dead weight, soon you lift her, she automatically resists. It's like she not resisting in a point where you believe she's don't want you to lift her up. What I mean is, in her bracing herself, what she does is makes herself heavier. So she's not manipulating the weight to make it easier. She's making herself more heavier when she is bracing herself. So as I go down to pick her up, she brace herself like, don't pick me up, like don't pick me up, even though she wants me to pick her up. You get what I'm trying to say? She's resisting, but not resisting. She's resisting in her body, but not resisting in her mind. Y'all get where I'm coming at with that? So when I go to lift her, instead of her coming up with me, she's like, you know, in her mind, she thinks she's helping me, but she's not in her body. She just applied more pressure. And keep in mind, she already 300 pounds. So as I'm lifting her, I hear pop, like pop, and immediately I let her go and fall back like, oh my gosh. No, tell me I didn't just hear what I heard. And then I like automatically like try to get up to try to walk it off, but I can't. But I can't. And I could feel what just popped starting to take a toll on me, like literally. So I had to call the fire department to get her off the floor and attend to me also at the same time. And so much in doing so, they come, get her, put her in bed, and I have to get attended to myself. So they telling me like, look, this is what you need to look out for. For the next 48 hours, pay attention to whether you might get a fever, blood in your urine or stool. You know, those are the, basically bad signs you don't want. If these things happen, you get what I'm saying? Like immediately go to the hospital. Because at this time, I'm walking around still. I'm still walking around. I'm just like sore a little bit. Lo and behold, when I lay down and I open my eyes, the next day, immediately I'm stuck to the bed. I can't even move. I can't move at all. I'm like, oh my gosh, no. Like literally, I'm talking about like I'm paralyzed. I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. I hope this lady didn't just damage me, man. And mind you, I had on a back brace. I'm like, oh, I hope this lady didn't just damage me permanently. I need this back. I need this back. I'm no use to a lady without this back. Okay, this back, this back got to get me through some things. This back got to assist me in making somebody fall in love with me. This back. So I ain't even thinking about the pain at this time. I'm just thinking about, oh my gosh, I hope this lady ain't really rupturing, damage something, or something really hurt me. I'm heated. I'm so mad. I'm so salty. And I'm really heated because I got on a back brace. What they say you need, I got on a good back brace with the plates in it and everything. I'm like, nah, this can be happening to me. Day one go by. You know, when you in that pain, you can't eat. I can't even really use. What's crazy is I'm glad I couldn't even use the bathroom. I couldn't do number one or number two. I'm just literally stressed out. Literally. And I'm like, oh, if I have to use the bathroom, this is gonna be even worse. Man. I immediately get on the phone, get to call a relative because they got to come help and assist. I'm like, hey, this happened. They like, what? Then I call one person, then everybody called on my phone. You okay? You okay? You all right? I'm like, look, I'll be okay. I just need somebody to come in for a few days till I could get myself together. So my cousin come through, my brother come through, you know. Day two. It's the same. I can't move. It's like it's getting worse and worse. I'm like, oh my gosh, man. I got to pull through this. So I get to praying. Sister Jeff get to praying for me too. You know what I'm saying? There's some more believers start praying. So day two, I got to use the bathroom. I can't move though. It's hurting bad. So I'm trying to use my upper strength to take care of, you know, everything from the waist down. Like you heard what Luke said, the twerk, and everything from the waist down, I don't have to listen to you neither. Listen, I'm doing this with my arms. Like, I'm glad I work out now. Because, man, I'm using my arms. But it still hurt because anytime I got to use anything dealing with my hip, pain just going straight through my body. I got to see my urine. I don't have no fever coming. So when I'm peeing, I don't see no blood coming out the urine or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no fever yet. But I don't want to panic neither, because I'm realistic to know that though I'm in pain, I done dealt with pain before. So this ain't the first time I've been here to some degree, but it's never been to the point where it's dealing with my back. So I then make my way back on the bed. I'm talking about I'm out of there. I can't even properly toss and turn. I'm covered in all type of vegetable packs of frozen vegetables to ice it down when one go out, the other one. You get what I'm saying? I ain't into taking pills and things like that. So I'm just, again, mentally trying to, tough it out. Then I spoke to this one friend of mine, a Christian. She began to sing. And just started reading the Bible. So she'll sing and read the Bible. Sing, read the Bible. Sing, read the Bible. She doing this and it relaxed me to the point I end up dozing off, falling asleep. I wake up, she's still singing and reading the Bible. Then she said to me, "You finna be okay today." I said, I receive it. But not only did I receive it, I worked towards it. So I made it in my mind to like receive it. So I got up using my legs, and it was in a little pain, but I did it. And then I got to walking around. It was still sore and tender, but I'm like, okay, let's go then. You know what I'm saying? And I just got to blessing God, thanking God, and I just knew I was okay. But then the thing about me is this: I needed to see what God wanted me to see in this situation. See, I always know to look for that by being a born again, Bible believing Christian. The Bible say all things work for the good of those who love the Lord. All things work to the good of those who love the Lord. I say that to say, while this is happening to me, two persons popped up in my mind. I'm just going to keep it real with you. The first person popped up in my mind was Julian. Yep. And I was just saying how when me and him was real close at one time, how I would witness the pain he would go through and his nerve damage of being confined to that wheelchair. And how at times his pain can become so unbearable that at times he had said, and I apologize for this, brother, but I'm just popping some real stuff. He said sometimes the pain can be so bad that at one time he used to think of death, because that's how bad the pain be. We have seen, even when the brother was on live a few times, where the pain can become so overwhelming. So I thought about him, because what I'm dealing with temporarily, he deals with every day. Every day. And that's why another reason I hate the fact of how the enemy, I'm just going to say this: we both allowed the enemy to come in and cause a disturbance when he was making progress spiritually. I'm just going to say that. I'm just going to say that. Because he started being more receiving to Christ. He started actually speaking to me about Christ. And at one point, wanted to give his life to Christ. So, I'm sorry. So I immediately thought of him in that situation. And I began to sympathize for him. And it wasn't even so much about me anymore. Then I got to thinking about my aunt. How if she could do better. And because, like I said, she didn't want to wake me because I was asleep, and she know I do a lot. She was like, no, I'm going to let him sleep. And attempted to do it on her own to give me that momentarily a rest, to the point that she risked hurting herself. She risked that. Even though she wear diapers in case she have an accident. But she risked hurting herself so that I could get some sleep. You get what I'm saying? That actually made me sympathize with her more. To know her condition is not her fault, to the point that she don't want to be like that. And neither did Julian want to be like that. Sometimes life throw these things. Sometimes life throw these things. And at times, people in those conditions who not used to people doing things for them don't want to feel like they're a burden to others. Especially when we live in a world where people don't really care, and people don't really, not only that they don't really care, people don't tend to have any empathy for others in different situations. So I thought about them too. And I was seeing what God wanted me to see in that, you know, and I saw what he wanted me to see by allowing me to go through something temporarily that actually scared me. It was a scare for me, but he let me know, like, okay, this could have been you. Then what? And I was just blessing him like, I receive it, Lord. I receive it. I received that. And I started rejoicing in my pain. I said, thank you, Lord, for my pain. Thank you for my hurt. It was good that I was afflicted. So I started seeing it as a blessing because I knew I was going to be all right. But I was reminded of them who actually have to deal with it every day. For me to be more caring, for me to be more loving, for me to be more passive, for me to be more humble, for me to be more appreciative. I just want to say this to everybody, man. You never know. Forgive who you need to forgive. Don't take life for granted. Forgive, love, be grateful, or whatever situation you're in. Because there's always somebody in the worst situation. I thank God for recovery, and I pray for the peace and blessings over Julian, mind, and body, and so many people in this world that's just like him. That you may grow stronger to Jesus Christ, that you may trust in him, that you may allow the peace of God that surpasses all understanding to give you rest, and to know that you are loved and you're not alone, no matter what. And my deepest apology in any type of way for not caring enough. With that being said, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question. It's yours.
What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets for you? So leave me waiting on you. What's in those streets for you?